Hey, love. Welcome back to another episode of Lessons from Behind My Chair. I'm your host, Angela B. Fuller, and I have been away from this platform for about 3 weeks. The past 3 weeks have been very challenging for me because 3 weeks ago, I buried one of my brothers, my second oldest brother. And it's just been really hard to get back into a place of giving because I feel like I have been needing to just fill my own cup. So today's episode is going to be, I think, about filling your cup. Understanding when it's necessary to pump your brakes in the area of giving and focus on the area of receiving. And what is hard about this is that I come from a family of 10 siblings. And even though I'm the youngest of 10 siblings, I have always felt the need to take care of my older brothers and sisters. And I think this comes from remembering all the years that they took care of me. And so with my brother's passing, I felt like I could handle it and that my family, my siblings, needed me more. But what I have found is I cannot give from an empty well. In the past 3 weeks, my well has been quite empty. And so I just wanted to talk a little bit about the importance of recognizing where you are within yourself. Every so often, we need to pump our brakes and I think evaluate what we're needing in any given moment. And I say any given moment because sometimes we think that something very traumatic has to happen or something very profound has to happen in our life in order for us to pause and evaluate and see what it is we're feeling in the moment. And so I have not been able to get on to talk on my podcast or even to get on social media to share because I was so much in a spot of disbelief, of grief, of sadness, of overwhelm, until all I could do was shut down. And because that's not part of my nature, that just added to the whole gamut of the emotions that I was feeling. So when it comes to the lesson that I've learned from this, I want to be very clear and I want to be very transparent that unless we are filling our cup on a daily basis, filling it to the point where our liquid that we're putting in that cup, that liquid could be anything of love and attention or of paying attention to our own lives, to our own emotions, to our own experiences. Unless we're paying attention to even see if we have enough to give, then I think we need to consider keeping it all to ourselves. Because there are some times that you can give from a 3/4 filled cup. There's some times when you can't. There's some times when you just have to give from your overflow because you are so depleted. You've got to wait until that cup fills up to the overflow, because sometimes that's the only way we can give. And so I want to encourage my listeners, my viewers, my audience to remember to fill your cup first. Fill your cup first. It's okay. No one's going to charge you for not filling their cup when yours is empty. You know, we hear all the time, you can't give from an empty well. You can't give from an empty well. Well, it took me learning that lesson over the past 3 weeks. And I have vowed with this podcast to share lessons from behind my chair, because this is a platform where we share our stories, our adversities, our triumphs, our pain, our joy, our discouragement, our fed upness. This is a platform in which we can share everything and feel supported. So how can I possibly come on every week and paint the picture that my life, my world, my experiences are all perfect and all kumbaya? So I want to thank you all for allowing me this time to be open, to share my journey, and to feel at peace, to feel okay in the sharing, to know, to feel and to know that I am supported, that I am not being judged, that I am not being lifted up, to be okay with sharing that I'm not perfect, that I have the same experiences, the same thoughts, the same challenges that every other woman has. Okay? And so what I do want to encourage you to do is to keep listening. And hopefully, because you never know when what's being discussed is going to be just the thing that you need to get you through. Remember, we're in this together. Remember that I love you. Remember that you're supported. And right now, I need you all to grab my hand so that we can walk across this bridge together. Thank you for listening. Please be sure to subscribe. And if you found anything in this broadcast that resonated with you, that gave you food for thought, and that you believe that someone else can grow from, can learn from, I'm going to ask you to please share it out. And be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the notification bell so you will be informed of the next episode. And remember, I believe in you. Okay? Bye.